Alright, so moving on with part 2. Here's a bunch more, and look, they're all A4 black spiral bound ones. Again, not a lot of these are dated, but let's just have a look at what crap I got to show you. So at least this one I put like, oh, 2009, so I would have been about 18 when I did this. A lot of pet site artwork that I've done actually isn't, you know, too bad. A lot of items and stuff. So I worked for a few different pet sites. And it was, I was drastically underpaid for the amount of work that I did. But that's just, I guess, the business. Like, I was young and I was like, oh, I'm just desperate for money and commission work and that sort of stuff. I put so much time and effort into things. Like, I would sketch these and then upload them, like scan them into my computer and then finish them digitally. But it was good because I guess it was good because I was drawing a lot at that point, and so I think I saw a personal improvement in what I was doing. And yeah, like looking at these cute items, like, oh my god, I actually put up a page and I did stuff. And then there's, I don't know, weird character stuff in between that. And so I did really like that as far as like designing different stuff, and yeah, I got a chance to design different stuff and different animals, and I don't know, put a bit more work into it. And like, I was doing this sort of stuff when I was meant to be doing I was doing this sort of stuff when I was meant to be doing like uni work, and I just wasn't doing it. I was like always into doing my own stuff. To be fair, like the stuff at uni was very boring. It was very traditional, and I did not like digital art at all. It's very much so different to American schools. Like, I thought I'd be able to do design at uni, like animation design and character stuff. We did not get to do that. So that's why I really took the chance to do this sort of stuff, like for the virtual pet sites, and get paid for it and then just get the practice. And it was good. Like, I liked making up stories and making up characters and items and scenery, that sort of stuff. And I think I really want to continue that. Yeah, I think I really want to continue that in the form of doing comics. Like, a lot of my sketchbooks aren't filled up at all, but then like when I'm looking at this like pet site stuff, like where I got to design and do my own thing, or do a lot of commission stuff, like it's fairly full. So it must have meant I enjoyed it. Oh, some random horror stuff at the back, and some more character stuff of my own, cute little things. I don't even know what that was. And some more characters from my old comic that I did. But yeah, that one's not actually too bad. Let's hope it doesn't get worse from here. Alright, so I think, what is this? Oh, it's a research sketchbook. So in uni, like, you do a lot of research sort of stuff, and so this became like a reference book of sorts. There's Alphonse Mucha stuff, Audrey Kawasaki. I did some photo shoots and that sort of stuff at the time to get reference of my friend Jen, my beautiful model of a friend. And I just kept this as reference for like my larger paintings, that sort of stuff. I was working on a series at the time, so when I did the photo shoot, I had very specific things in mind. Oh, this is an amazing, I think, Melbourne painter. His name is Jeremy Giddies. Please look him up. He is absolutely amazing. He paints, yeah, for 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. And this was from Juxtapose. It's such a huge inspiration. Like, I am not an oil painter or anything like that. I just love his stuff. Yeah, just a lot of references stuff, and a lot of stuff I would use to help back up my ideas and my work. Especially at my university, they hated cartoons. They hated anything that was cartoony style, that wasn't realistic, anything that had animals. It was seen as very, very lowbrow, and they encouraged you to not do it. And that was like my background. That's what I wanted to do. When I didn't want to do realism, I wanted to do designs for the stuff and characters and things like that. So it was so hard to try and find artists that they deemed as worthy to show my reference book and say like, hey, you know, there are artists who are great artists and they do cartoony style, they do animals, that sort of stuff. But they did not like that, so. And again, not finished, there's a few pages at the end. So yeah, that's like my research book. There's not very many of my own sketches in there, but whatever. I'm just going through my whole box so you guys can see. I can get my dark past out in the open for y'all. At least I wrote 2010 on this one, and again, more pet site artwork, which I put a lot of effort into. Time. Oh, she actually did some scenery stuff. I just need to do more of that. More character stuff. Again, more things that I never really finished. I have a bad habit of starting things and not finishing it, whether it's like sketches or just comics and designs, unfortunately. And then literally the rest of the sketchbook is blank, except for that which says oh my god. I don't know. And it's like at this point where I can't really just go back and fill in the sketchbook. I think what I used to do in the past is I'd rip out the front and then continue using the sketchbook. But I'm not going to do that with this one. It's just going to go into storage. I don't even know what year this is. At least I tried to draw something on the cover of this one. I think this is like, yeah, roughly about the same time. So a lot of commission stuff at that point. Coming up with designs for part of a group exhibition that I did called Untamed. Coming out my feminist propaganda back then, like trying to come up with designs for stickers and stuff. Some hipster animals that I made into stickers. I don't even know what that is. More design stuff for pet sites. This is part of a game app that I was working on, being commissioned for. This was another commission that I did. And again, I did not finish this book. This is another book that I did for uni as part of a art in public, which is basically like mural work stuff that I did 2010, so a few years ago now. A lot of it's just kind of like note taking, and I think gathering stuff as reference. So coming up with like, we had to do a mural for a school and they had certain things that they wanted in it, so we had to like think about how to incorporate that. And so yeah, like a lot of reference for stuff. I don't know why. Apparently I wanted to include some emo scene culture stuff, just referencing different stuff like design, different interesting ways of incorporating stuff. So yeah, this is a lot of reference stuff, not a lot of my own drawings in this. I think that was in another book. Some street art sort of stuff, which is still very cool. Like, I did enjoy the class, and we did sort of, I think we got the mural finished. It was very interesting to do, and that's one of the stencils that I did, which was like a reference to Banksy. I guess one thing I did like about doing art in public and like street art sort of stuff is that it is lowbrow, so they, you know, like you can do animals and stuff, you can do pop culture stuff, and it's not, I don't know, you don't have anyone telling you what not to do. And some just different sketches, different photos from street art around Adelaide. It's pretty cool. We have some awesome street artists that live in South Australia, that live in Adelaide, who are just amazing. More reference stuff. And then yeah, the book isn't quite finished. I think this is like part of a stencil that I was working on, this cute little octopus character. Alright guys, so that's part 2 of sort of embarrassing old sketchbooks. It's very different to part 1. Go check it out if you haven't seen part 1. Yeah, I guess it's really interesting going through a lot of past artwork and like seeing, you know, stuff that I did like and stuff I didn't like, and seeing what I did well and what I didn't do well, which I think is always very good to, I think it's always very good as an artist to have critical reflection. So looking back at your stuff and, I don't know, seeing how you can improve and what you want to improve on. But anyways, yeah, stay tuned for part 3 because I have a lot more to go through.